United here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Typhon Arena and Orks versus Imperial Guard for the blue Orky team. We've got Professor Ragin'Maru as a Commando Nob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. This is the Freebooters DLC, I think. Alongside, it's Dog as a Mekboy, teleporting commander that fights range combat, puts out so good damage. He also support, disrupt, build structures, and repair. Going for that contested VP early on alongside, and rounding off the Orky team is Lazy as a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption, and support from the front lines. It's going after that contested wreck point, I think. Red Imperial Guard team, 531st, is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, and begins with a refractor field. This is the Steel Legion elite scheme, I think. Alongside here, the most grandest grand piano, question mark, is an Inquisitor, offensive commander with some awesome stuns and snares, great control abilities there. Will also support a little bit. Fights in melee combat by default, but can get ranged weapons. And rounding off the teams here is Yaay as a Lord General, fights range combat with this retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. They're already in combat with the Warboss. Has some great defense and support, and it's going to need it against the Greenskin horde. Forced off there, losing both of his poor little retinue fellows. He's going to reinforce them in the field. But an aggressive start from the Orks as expected. Double sentinels here for Grand Piano. Could be good down there, I think. No turrets up that I can see so far from the Imperial Guard players. They are standing there at ground. Lord General still in play. Sentinel still in play. Some guardsmen pushing the rear too. Orks are just trying to cap this, I think, before they get forced off the field. Taking some heavy cover there. Sluggers moving in. This Sentinel does not have the ground pounds who can go in without fear of being stomped quite yet. Getting onto those Imperial Guard, and they do not like being in melee combat whatsoever. Almost whacked out there. Mekboy teleporting in, tying up that Lord General. Might have been better served to try and get some range damage on these fellas and finish them off, but he might not have been able to. So the Orks did cap it, but they did get forced off. Big losses on both sides in terms of infantry, but no complete squad wipes, I don't think. We have the Commissar back at base. Kommando also back at base. A good place for him to be top of this map, I think. Can sneak around a lot, got space to maneuver and work. Shooter boys here with their Nobleedog being forced off by a Sentinel. That is a War Banner. Are they going to be able to shoot it down? It looks like they want a cap instead. Can't really blame them. Sentinel's going to come for the decap here. This guy can decap points but cannot cap them. Counts as a vehicle but has heavy infantry armor, so small arms fire can do some business on it. Sentinel here bashing power. Gone full over here, the Orks. Must want to get their looters up quickly, and in fact they have got looters, one each for these bottom players here, Dog and Lazy. There's some looters each with those big death guns. Imperial Guard capping and getting out of there. Now they can try and stabilize and solidify this bottom area with turrets and other things. Warboss has a look, gets shot in the face by las-guns. Kind of shrugs it off, as a Warboss would. They're going to try and attack from two angles here. I think you want to on Typhon Arena at the bottom. We don't all want to kind of converge on this raised platform. Death gun looters getting caught by the Lord General in melee, so kind of sloppy there from Lazy. Lord General's in trouble though. Lured him into trouble at least. Now he's off the field. Don't think he had any other retinue there. Just his standard stormtrooper fellas. Lots and lots of DACA, but having to chip through these Sentinels, which are good at soaking up damage with repair support in tier 1. There's your Catachan's all reliable grenade launcher. Double looters here. Oh no, that's a Mekboy with his own death gun. Pouring on that suppression, layering it there. Gonna see some spotters maybe, or we might just see more Catachans from Yaay. We do have some Catachans at the top from 531st getting stuck in, taking a lot of damage actually. What do you have, Mr. Commissar? You have Aura of Discipline. 415, 474. You might see him get some Ogrins then, if he's got that, because it works very well with those fellas. Imperial Guard hold. Did not even get decapped. Now they can bash power, in a good position to do so. What do you have, Miss Inquisitor? Nothing. No crossbow bolt pistol either. Might see a wait for that Inferno Pistol in tier 2, which is pretty awesome. Commissar comes through to cap. Some stuff. Oh, that's just a wire banner going down, I think. Doing very well at the top of the Imperial Guard. Commando Knob having to run away. He needs to come around here and bash her, I think. Try and peel 531st away from the top and split his forces. That was an improvised explosive being spotted by the shooter boy Knobs and taken out. But they did get a full bash there. Wow. Efficiently done. These grenade launchers from the Lord General do pack a punch. Might not sound like a lot of DPS 9.52, but that is an AoE attack, and your Stormtrooper fellas also get them. So that can stack up a lot on lobby tier 1 races. 335, 474. It's a triple cap for the Imperial Guard. Very, very strong start. Orks struggling to penetrate. Needed some Storm Boys up or something, I think. They're going to get stomped by Sentinels, but I think there'll still be a massive threat. Look at that mech teleporting in right in the face of the Sentinel. Almost takes it out. Doing some good damage up close. There's a bunker with the medical upgrade. You see the green hexagons of health regen on those catachans. Nice disruption. That's some serious disruption from range. Now they're taking lots of DACA though. And they get some models off these fellas. They can reinforce off the bunker, but they are costing power to reinforce. That's a lot of damage all of a sudden. And Mekboy, I think, teleporting in to close range. Imperial Guard bunker now housing a heavy weapons squad. That's from Yaay. Orks retaking the bottom. And we see Ragin'Maru taking his natural back, but having to deal with this pretty annoying Lord Commissar up here. He's got carapace armor now. Doesn't want to be in melee combat over there. Shooter boys need to start kiting. Wasn't ideal that they had to kite past the Lord Commissar like that, but obviously they didn't want to get stuck down here. Commando Knob is going to try and infiltrate, but this guy's close enough, you might just see him. 289441. Looks like he's away. Yep. Sluggers on burning down generator duty from Lazy here. Takes them all down. Shooter boys pushing through from the bottom too. Did they steal the bunker? They did not steal the bunker. We do see that Inferno pistol though, putting a judgment down on the looters. And there's a creeping barrage from Yaay, who is down somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Messy from the Orks, as expected. Need to pull back, you fellas. You really need to run away. Gonna die. They died. Those were dogs, shooter boys, with big shooters. Don't think they had their knob leader though. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. As everyone starts to think about tier 2 units. Chimera maybe bottom, with some stormtroopers for Yaay to buff with that speed and get shooting. Here's that Lord Commissar. He's really putting the hurt on these Orks, getting stuck in, soaking up so much damage. Eventually they persuade him to leave right in the face of the looters there. Doing very well at the top so far, 531st. But here comes Maru with some sluggers. We'll see. He might just wait to see if 531st gets the Chimera. Then he can get tank busters. If not, get the weird boy. Sluggers here might get caught by las guns. These are lazies. Need some help. A ping from someone. Weird boy on the way for lazy. Stick bombers for dog. Great for taking out entrenched positions or helping you do so. Might want more than one though. 2 of them seems to be the sweet spot. Keeping the pressure up. The top is 531st. Defcon looters trying to finish off those catachans. Got so close. 26 hit points on 3 models there. It's a lot of damage from these fellas. Look at that on the Sentinel. Almost got it. Level 2. Mekboy teleporting around, doing his thing, keeping these guys suppressed, suppressing a large amount of stuff there. Missile launchers on one of the Sentinel. Then get frag and crack grenades using a frag on the infantry. Ouch. Manticore strikes coming in. Is this the Mekboy? No, that's looters. There's the Mekboy. Down he goes. And it didn't last very long, did he? We do have some stormtroopers up from yaay. Doesn't have the sniper rifle to support them with increased range, but does have that movement speed buff from a grenade launcher. Why grenade launchers give you a movement speed buff is not clear. Do you have Storm Eagle, fellas? You're getting Storm Eagle, you don't. Kommando doing his thing. You should cap it. I don't know why he's leaving. Maybe he wants that wreck point more. He's backing off, he's not capping it. Sluggers here with their knob leader and burners. Should be using their burners really. Now need to run away. There we go. These are Marus. And it is a Chimera from 531st. As you may have noticed, Maru having to replace the sluggers that he lost at some point. Don't think I caught that on camera. Why would I catch it on camera? Inquisitor level 3. Very rarely you actually see Judgment go off. Usually the unit it's on runs away, which has its own value, of course. Making something leave the fight. Weird boy with bigger brains gives him over there. Nice basic attack on those fellas, and there's the over there. Threw the shooter boys into a little bit of trouble maybe, but got the sluggers in for sure. There's those two manticores. Could be a nasty short range manticore strike, which are hard to dodge. That is a foot of Gork. Boom. Nice offensive from the Orks. We have some looters with a death gun. With a beamy death gun. Sluggers are likely to run away of Judgment on them and down to just a knob leader. But there's Call the Boys, and they're staying in play. Where is that Inquisitor? She's all the way over here. 207, 409 on VPs. These guys trying to finish off the Manticore. But now they're in base turret range and they get forced off. They didn't go down. Warboss level 4 has that boss pole and enhanced custom shooter. Nice stun setting up those stick bombs. Doing some cool explosive stuff. Any kills? Didn't see too many losses there. In fact, I only saw one. Ragin'Maru keeping the pressure up top. He's got Kaboom and the special shooter, which is so fun to see. 531st, not too concerned about his VP right now since they have a sizable lead. Going for a power bash, and he's got some Ogrins up with their Bernard leader. Heavy melee damage, super heavy infantry armor. Help you breaking lines. Warp Vomit doesn't hit quite flush. Here comes some sluggers. Happy to fight those Ogrins, looks like. With that super heavy infantry armor, they will have some resistance to regular melee damage. Although the slugger knob and the models with burners do have power weapons. Lots of Dakar again. This weird boy not using his Warp Vomit that I saw. Not sure how much energy it is. Weird boy's abilities tend to cost a lot of energy because of the unique way that you can get energy back by being around Orky units that war. 180, 394. Orks defending. They defended. They only lost one generator, I think. They have both the natural VPs with a 2-to-1 cap. Orks now getting shot. Their VPs up. Level 4 Lord General. What about you, Miss Inquisitor? You're level 3 still. Commissar is level 3. Level 4 Warboss still. Level 3 Mech and down. It's been down for a while, I think. And a level 3 Kommando. Sneaking around at the top. Why aren't you capping that? I don't know. 180 to 375. Here comes the Dakar. Here comes the Manticore strike. And it's going to be nasty. They tanked it pretty well with that banner. Pretty well. Oh, there's a Hell Fury and another Manticore. Ouch. Talk about area denial. Do not walk here, Greenskins. Did they actually lose a squad? Lazy might have lost one. He's down to 3 units now. Tier 3 all round. Only 531st. And the most Grandest Grand Piano are not Tier 3. Warp Vomit there. Shutting down those Ogrins pretty well. Needs to move away or just retreat. There we go. See the Lord Commissar using Inspire courage on those guardsmen over there, doubling their damage, which is pretty nice. Deathcore of Krieg just passing some retreating orcs there. Catachurns didn't seem to force melee combat, but they are going to bash some gens. Orcs getting flooded at the bottom and through the middle here. Imperial Guard kind of abandoning the top for now, it looks like. Lazy needs to get some units on the field. He's tier 3, so he can certainly get some units on the field soon enough. More Catechins coming out for 531st. He's not close to getting tier 3. But we know what Lord General's going to do with some red and some wreck. Drop Lehman Russes, but he doesn't have the red right now. Been using Creeping Barrage and stuff, I think. Lots of shootiness. Stick Bombers moving into melee, or trying to. Got knocked back by the shotgun blast. Trying to stand and fight here, just keeping off the power as long as they can, and winning the fight. Nicely done, Stormtroopers here for Grand Piano. Where is that Inquisitor? She's right with them. She just lost the indicator for her. Warboss taking out a Stormtrooper with his enhanced custom shooter there. Not seen him use that ability. It's a pretty good one. I'm sure he has used it. Deathcore of Krieg getting ripped up by sluggers. Orcs might be able to retake this VP here, or maybe not. Here comes a bunch of Imperial Guard stuff, including Stormtroopers, and I think fully upgraded Guardsmen, yeah. Well, not fully upgraded, don't have a weapon upgrade yet. I'm sure they'll save their plasma guns for if they see Orcs or Flash Kits, both of which are heavy infantry. Oberyn's getting beat up here, having to run away. There we go. Sluggers are no joke using their Swampum, getting in close. There's that shotgun blaster. And now the Catechins getting buffed with Inspire Courage, firing out their grenade launcher. These guys having to back the hell away. A little bit of suppression with aiming, what's that? And another round of it, I think, there. Keeping that guy suppressed. Keeping these guys in the field for reinforcements to arrive. And here they come. Reinforcements in the form of a Nob Squad. That's a dead Commando up there, though. What's going on bottom? 146 to 306, 2-1 for the Imperial Guard team. Looted tank taken out by a missile launcher, crack missile. We're not using Orks anymore, says Lazy. I guess that was his tank, didn't actually see. Daka, what level are you? Shooter boys, you're level 3. Oh, and there's that global, which I always forget the name of. It's not Love the Daka, because that is the Commando's ability, I think. Something like that, though. Is it just more Daka? It might just be more Daka. You can usually guess what the name of an Orc ability is. These guys haven't... Not sure why they were running up there, those fellas. Having to run away now. Come back and solidify. What are you trying to chase? Stick bombs on the Manticore didn't really do anything. Sluggers with Swampum active, trying to get some kills here. In amongst the Stormtroopers, nope, taking big damage. There's a Manticore strike on the VP. Turning some Orcs to paste. Oh, the Nob Leader lived though. What's this? It's that Chimera. It's a new Chimera. Uh-oh, Nob Squad on the rear armor using Hide the Boys to get them in there. And it doesn't last long, does it? Nicely done by Ragin'Maru. Sluggers moving in now as well. That is a nasty Orc sandwich to be in the middle of. Lord Commissar standing in there and fighting. Using his disruption from Lead by Example. But he's not going to be able to stay there for long. In fact, he's going to go down. Yep. Sync kill from the Nob Leader, I think. Just smacked him around the ears, it looked like, and he died. 141, 274. Not sure why these fellas are not getting involved with the Oberons, or maybe they just don't want to. Had enough fighting for now, going to rest by the VP. Chat with the Nobs. Lehman Russ on the way for Grand Piano. We have some Kasrkin for Yaay. They have their plasma guns. They really pump out some DPS, these fellas. Hell of a lot of DPS. It's like 32 DPS from the plasma guns alone. Plasma DPS, and then you have all the hotshot las. 2-1 for the Orcs. Looks in pretty even in tier 3 here, but Orks with the sizable map advantage right now have the contested power and wreck points. Oh, they don't have this one. Nob squad causing all sorts of problems. 531st needs to get some heavy bolters on the field, try and slow these guys down. Ogrins cannot hang out in melee with them at all. Now they turn to engage the Ogrins, and the Ogrins run. They dealt with the sluggers though. Nice Manticore. Really nice Manticore. Where are the Catechins? Here they are. So he does have suppression from these guys. They're knocked back. Can also disrupt with that thing. But they only hit 2 models there. There's a lot of red. But he's only in tier 2. Some power melee on retreat. Here comes a weird guy here. Lots of explosions. Was that a rocks or something over here? Might have been. 141, 196. Battle wagon on the way for Dog. This is the Lehman Russ of Grand Piano with the Vanquisher upgrade. Not sure why he went for Vanquisher with no enemy vehicles on the field, but there's going to be a battle wagon to shoot at soon if it lives. Does not live. Beamy Death Gun Looters taking it out. Big bursts of damage from that fella. Maybe we should camp top, says Grand Piano. Double cap for the Orks, looking strong here. They need to come back and defend this. Stop trying to push all the time. Here's that battle wagon. Looks like it's going bottom from Dog. Has something inside it. You can tell by that bar of light that makes the battle wagon faster and allows it to shoot all of its guns. And it's flying. It's going to make things really difficult to come back to that VP. Try and cap, you just get crushed. And there's this. Lehman Russ dropped in by Yaay. Trying to go after those Manticores, or at least one of them. Going to get it, I think. Maybe? No. Does not want to follow it in. Being cautious there. There's that big zap gun shot. Boom! Holy crap. Some stick bombs thrown in as well to a good measure, I think. Manticore strike. That's the Mekboy. Level 5 he is with Mega Rumbler. Maybe that's what we heard going off, that Mega Rumbler. Earlier on. 2-1. 531st putting pressure on blue team's natural though, but there's a Nob squad there to defend, and they are... No, they're not fully upgraded. Don't have their Nob leader yet. He's probably at least 100 wreck to get, so he doesn't have enough. Watch out, Mr. Kommando. Run away, Mr. Kommando. Does not run away in time. That's Purgatus from the Inquisitor trying to help out the top. So much Dakar though, they're not going to be able to go in there with a Nob squad hanging around. Inquisitor's really good at dealing with infantry, melee infantry. She can use her Excruciators, her crossbow bolt pistol, none of which she has. She has the Purgatus, which will stun them, but the Excruciators are way better, I think. Of course, way different. You don't get to stun an entire army with them. But for just dealing with the Nobs, and you do need specific things to deal with them, I think. You can't expect to just rely on your raw DPS to do it. It's not going to work most of the time. I'm not sure what those Beamy Death Gun fellas were doing. 141.74. Keeping the pressure up here. Oh. I think he just rocket runned those Nobs off the field, which is what that all is. And I completely missed it, of course. Kashyyykin on the way for Grand Piano. Sluggers are not going to be able to hang out in here. And they're going to get a decap at least up here, red team. It's the Lord Commissar is now level 6. Going to look after those Ogrins and tell them to cap. Don't think you have the brain power to figure it out for themselves. Ogrins should cap slower than normal. That would be awesome. Although so should pretty much every Orc unit, probably. Level 4 Sluggers are going to go down. Hard Boys is on them to try and save global ability of the Warboss, and it does. Don't think they would have survived without it. Foot of Gork might finish off those Catechins. Oh no, it doesn't hit them. That was weird. Looked like it would hit them. Nice disruption there. Wow, they only just now got the decap. So they must have been disrupted all over the place. Did the battle wagon just hit itself with its zap gun shot? It looked like it did. That's amazing. Nob squad dealt with there. Inquisitor doing the business with Purgatus and her Hammer of the Witches. Well done. Dropped a model too. They do have their knob leader now. Really hard for the battle wagon to push up those stairs. I'm going to try and come the long way if you can. Get in behind. Ogrins will live. They'll be fine. They've done really well. Level 3 now. 2270 hit points. Imperial Guard taking bottom. It might be a triple cap here. Gonna be a triple, I think. Oh, maybe not. Battle wagon's it. Weird Boy's there to disrupt also. That's the mandate though from the Inquisitor, making her invulnerable for a short duration. Level 7. Orks are coming in from the other side. Going to finish off the heavy weapon squad, I think. Yes, they do. Battle wagon going absolutely ballistic. There's a Purgatus as well. She's no longer capping. There she goes. She can fire at the Weird Boy, I think, while she's capping. Yeah, she's trying to. It's not a 100% accurate weapon, I don't think. Nice disruption there. Battle wagon doing a really good job. Just causing chaos. Weird Boy needs to be so careful here. Doesn't want to lose him. Commissar might get one more hit. Smack. He lives. No, he does not live. He will blow up, but it barely ever hits anything, ever. Why don't they just let you in? They should let them control him. Tie it to one of his abilities. Let them control him while he's dying. 47 to 40. Single cap for red team. Here comes a Knob Squad again. Dog has so much resources right now. He is not buying anything though. Is he just super distracted by this fight? It might be. Double cap for Imperial Guard. Something needs to start capping up here. Something's... Oh, Sluggers have taken a natural. There's that Hell Fury. Oh, it's doing a lot of damage. Doing a hell of a lot of damage. Inquisitor in there also with her gun. Level 8. Knob Squad though, just tearing through everything. And then they've stolen the bunker too. And that's a medical bunker, I think. So these guys can reinforce off it. Yes, they can. Slugger's getting a decap. 14 VPs remaining for the Orks. Dog is still not purchasing anything. Could be a massive, massive mistake. Grand Piano though, down to a single unit. Just some Stormtroopers. And Orks are taking bottom too. And they're going to cap bottom too. Here's a Knob Squad from Lazy. Gonna be a double, I think. A 2-to-1 eventually, or maybe not. Sluggers are contesting. There's the double. That might be enough. That might be enough. Dog is now finally purchasing something. I think Dog is asking for... Oh, look, they took out the Ogrins. Wow. These Sluggers do not mess around. They did have some help from a battle wagon, but Orks are going to take this. Even though Dog did not use his resources at the end, they do get the win with some desperate fighting on pretty much all of the VPs. The Orks take it. I think these knobs tore through stuff for the end and got the win, I think. Valiant effort though from the Imperial Guard. Let's look at these heroes end of the game. Level 4 Kommando and down with that special shooter. Level 5 mech and down. Did some good work with his death gun. Level 10 Warboss had his heavy armor alongside the custom shooter and boss pole. Level 7 Lord Commissar. Level 8 Inquisitor did some really good work at the end with her Purgatus and stuff. And a level 7 Lord General. Melter guns at the end there. And the flak jacket. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.